Hamlet City Council continues improvements in South Hamlet Park, and the Richmond County Fair has returned for this week. That and more all coming your way on your Camp Millstone edition of Live at 5. Richmond County's nightly news starts right now. And welcome back to another edition of Live at 5. And as we just mentioned, we're here at Camp Millstone, and we're now being joined by Aaron Fry from Camp Millstone. And I understand that you guys have a pretty big event coming up really soon.
That's right. We have our second annual Pickin' in the Pines fundraising event, and it is a bluegrass concert and barbecue dinner benefit. All proceeds go to create scholarships to send children to summer camp here at Millstone.
All right, so if everybody watching and listening, tell everybody the specifics of it, the who, what, why, when, and where, where you can get tickets, who's going to be performing, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Our headlining band is Flat Lonesome, and if you're into bluegrass, you know exactly who they are. And then we have a couple other bands, local bands. One of them is Lauren and Lane, and the other one is Long Gone Bluegrass right here in Richmond County. We will be serving a barbecue dinner with all the fixins. There will be a live auction, there'll be a silent auction, and just a general good time. All right,
so you mentioned that Pickin' in the Pines now in its second year. So where did this come about? How did this get started?
Well, our mission is that no child should ever miss out on the summer camp experience based on an inability to pay. And although Millstone and the other 4-H camps in the state do offer our summer programming at a fraction of the cost of other private camps and camps, just YMCA and religious affiliation and all that, we were still finding that we were having parents reach out to us and say, I have multiple children, or my child would really love to come, but I'm just not going to be able to make it happen. Is there anything you can do to help us? And so our advisory council banded together and came up with the concept of Pickin' in the Pines. Okay. Because everybody loves bluegrass, everybody loves barbecue, and everybody loves to be able to benefit children in the area. So they worked on it. We came up with the idea about 3 years ago, worked on it for a year, defined it, figured out exactly what we wanted to do, and introduced it last year in 2017. We had a wonderful event, had about 125 people show up, and through that event, we're able to raise over $10,000 in profits that all went to send children to camp. We were able to send 28 children across the state to summer camp on scholarship.
That is awesome. Now, this building that we're in, is this going to be part of the festivities?
This one is not specifically part of the festivities. The main festivities happen just down camp from us in the ball field and the dining hall. But we will have this building open for people that just want to tour, learn more about 4-H, and just and Millstone in general. All right.
And last question: stop barbecue, Pickin' in the Pines, tomato-based or vinegar-based?
Actually, a little bit of both to please everybody. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good answer. Good answer. Well, we appreciate it letting us film here. Aaron Fry from here at Camp Millstone. And when we return, we've got news out of Hamlet, including last night's City Council meeting, and the Richmond County Fair is in town this week. We'll tell you all about it when we return to Richmond County's Nightly News.
Hi, this is Christina with Richmond County Hospice. I'm with Julie and Holly, and we're here to talk about how wonderful Hayden Construction was during our recent pipe bursting and flooding in our building.
In 10 to 15 minutes they were here, and they were already starting to work vacuuming up the water, trying to figure out where all the damage was, what all they needed to do.
They were so quick to get on the scene. They were here before I even arrived, and it was just reassuring to have them come in and take control.
We are so thankful that they were here to help us that day.
At Kyocera, we see your company differently. We see your documents, how they're accessed, what it takes to keep them secure, and how well your workflow is flowing.
Kyocera helps your entire document infrastructure run more efficiently, securely, and cost-effectively.
And what we see is an opportunity to integrate all of it.
The Hamlet City Council had an update on the improvements at Jack Breeden Park in South Hamlet. The repaving of the court has been completed and the fencing will be finished in the next couple of weeks, weather permitting. The city manager asked the council's wishes regarding other additions that have been mentioned at previous council meetings, such as a shelter with 2 picnic tables, all anchored by a concrete pad, benches for the ball court sidelines, 4 new basketball goals to replace the existing ones, and security lighting. The council was unanimous in giving the go-ahead to include all of those items so that the area could be finished out nicely. Councilman Eddie Martin stated, quote, "If we're going to do it, let's do it right." Whether the city wants to allow chickens within the city limits has been a topic at recent meetings. Research has been conducted by the city staff to see what surrounding towns have in their ordinances. Some are complex while others are simple. The consensus was to send the request to the Planning and Zoning Board for their November meeting to get their recommendation and then let the public speak at the council meeting in December to see what the thoughts and concerns are about the subject. Also noted by City Manager Jonathan Blanton, December 6th is the Christmas parade, and if anyone wants to get information or an application, they should contact Stephanie Thornsberry at the Hamlet Depot Museum or call City Hall. City offices in Hamlet will be closed November 12th in recognition of Veterans Day. Thousands of Richmond County citizens and folks from surrounding areas are expected to attend the 61st Annual Richmond County Fair, which runs from now through Saturday. The fair is sponsored by the Lions Club, with the proceeds going to assist those in the community with visual difficulties. Stan and Linda Jacobs of Rockingham will entertain the crowd tomorrow. On Friday, the fairgoers can party with DJ Epic Angel of Rockingham. Saturday's band is Rough Justice from Maxton, with 2 shows scheduled for 3 and 7 p.m. Other presentations include Bingo Night tonight, Scout Night on Thursday, and Lego Mania, sponsored by the Hive of Rockingham, on Friday. The Mud Prince and Mud Princess will be named and crowned on Friday also, and Dog Days will close out the fair on Saturday, October 13th. Regular admission is $5, and wristbands for unlimited rides are priced at $20. When we return, I'll be bringing you your Live at 5 weather report. What is in store with Hurricane Michael approaching the Carolinas? It's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on Hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, Hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
Today's Live at 5 weather report is brought to you by Richmond Community College. And taking a look at the map on your screen, we can see that rain is in the forecast for tomorrow, as it is obviously today out here at Camp Millstone especially. But looking on the map, starting on the East Coast down in Wilmington, a high of 83 for tomorrow, high of 82 in New Bern, high of 83 also in Greenville. Temperature dips all the way down to 79 for tomorrow in Raleigh. Here in the Sandhills area, 77 for Rockingham, 78 for Southern Pines, a balmy 80 for Scotland County in Laurinburg. Heading down 74 the other way towards Charlotte, you can expect a high of 75 there for tomorrow, a high of 76 in Greensboro, and 73 in Hickory. But taking a look at the map, you can see plenty of rain expected as Hurricane Michael gets closer and closer to the Carolinas. Now, speaking of that, taking a look at the 5-day weather forecast, a 100% chance of rain for tomorrow as Michael will quickly make its way, most likely as a tropical storm, through North Carolina and then head off into the Atlantic Ocean. High of 77 tomorrow, low of 54. Now for Friday, you can see 0% chance, nothing but sunshine, a beautiful day, high of 74, low of 50. The weekend's looking gorgeous as Saturday also has a 0% chance of rain with a high of 72, a low of 50. Sunday, just a small 10% chance of rain. Nothing much expected that day with a high of 74, low of 60. And then for Monday, as we begin next week, small chance again, only 20% for precipitation, high of 79, low of 51. So As Michael gets here, he is going to quickly leave just as fast. Not much rain expected after tomorrow. So that's going to do it for your Live at 5 weather report. When we return, the Lady Raider volleyball team recognizes their senior players, and Lady Raider golf is close to the end of their season. It's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
WillowTree Antiques and Gifts is all about rustic home decor and gifts. You will always find a variety of unique antiques, vintage, and new items in our shop. Come and see our selection of housewarming, new baby, and wedding gifts. For the man in your life, we have many collectibles, Boker knives, and leather. And ladies love the jewelry, purses, candles, hats, and t-shirts. We also offer a 30-day layaway program. Come and experience shopping at WillowTree Antiques and Gifts.
For the second night in a row, a Richmond Senior High School athletics program honored its 12th grade players on senior night, this time in senior volleyball players Savannah Chappell and Savannah Lampley. Known affectionately amongst the team as Big Banny and Little Banny, respectively, nicknames that are rooted in their third grade yearbooks, Chappell and Lampley helped the Lady Raiders fly past SAC opponent 71st High School in 4 sets on Tuesday, 3-1. This year's graduating class was significantly smaller than last year's 6 seniors, which included 4 all-SAC players, but certainly was just as important. Underneath the flowers, balloons, and smiles, Tuesday's win for Richmond was its 5th in a row, all of which have come against SAC opponents. The win continues the Lady Raiders' late-season push heading into the SAC tournament, which is slated to start sometime next week following the end of the regular season. Entering the night, the Lady Raiders sat alone in the third-place spot in the SAC standings, while the Lady Falcons were in 5th. Richmond defeated 71st in the two teams' first meeting this year, also a 4-set win, and Tuesday's victory marked the 4th SAC team the Lady Raiders have beaten twice in the regular season this year. As a team, the Lady Raiders tallied 30 kills, 90 digs, 9 aces, and 5 blocks. Lampley finished her senior night with a team-high 13 kills and was one of 5 players with double-digit digs, recording 13. The Lady Raiders will close out the regular season on the road Thursday at 4th-place Scotland. A win would give Richmond another regular season sweep against an SAC opponent, and Larson explained that the conference's coaches will meet Saturday to discuss the upcoming tournament. Thursday's match is scheduled for 6 p.m. The Richmond Senior High School girls golf team wrapped up its chaotic 2018 golf season on Monday at Pinehurst No. 5. As they have done all season, the Lady Raiders managed to finish in 3rd place under Jack Britt High School and host team Pinecrest. Pinecrest won the day with a 312, Jack Britt followed with a 359, Richmond shot a 471, and Scotland had a 527. None of the remaining conference schools had enough participants to compete in the finale. Junior Haley Miller was the only veteran player in the match. She was joined by program newcomers senior Jesse Graham and the freshman trio of Taylor Young, Kinley Fry, and Kirsten McDonald. Miller shot a team-best 85. Fry followed with a 122. McDonald had a 130. Young finished with a 134. And Graham ended the day with a 142. The season will come to a close for everyone except for Miller and Davis, who will move on to regionals next Monday at Pinehurst. And that's going to do it for today's edition of Live at 5. If you haven't already, be sure to download the Richmond Observer app for your iPhone and Android devices. For all the latest news in Richmond County, visit richmondobserver.com. And be sure to tune in to Good Morning Sandhills Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. Thanks for watching Live at 5, and good night, Richmond County.